I've seen a lot of interesting comments on my video about Bangkok already, so I thought I'd address them in this video before I get started. First off, why did they pick Thailand? For starters, it's not that expensive. Take a look at these ticket prices. That's not bad if you buy in advance. Once you get to Bangkok, the food is very inexpensive, and we all know Foodie loves her some pad thai. At these ticket prices, they could have easily afforded 3 seats on the final leg of the trip. But even if they hadn't, a lot of people are asking if they really got that lucky. And my answer to this is absolutely. Now keep in mind, I've seen this in person only on the way to Asia, specifically to Hong Kong or to Thailand. Now this may be just a cultural thing, but it happens. So when 2 people are traveling in a row of 3, one person sits in the window and one person sits in the aisle. Now the aisle person is your eyes and ears. So while people are boarding, they're keeping an eye out for empty seats or empty rows around them. And once that seatbelt sign goes on, or the last few people trickle in, they casually move over to those seats or rows. I'm not saying Salah or Chantal were smart enough to do this, but if somebody were sitting in their row, they probably hopped right out. Take a look next time you're on a long-haul flight and see if you can spot the same thing. Okay, so now on to the food. A lot of people were making fun of it, saying it looked kind of bottom dollar. But the truth is, Thai people aren't really that concerned with packaging when it comes to street food or even little local places. They'll put lots of things in bags instead of separate containers, like sauces or sometimes even drinks. To me, this meal looked perfectly fine, but pretty light on the vegetables. And that segues beautifully into the next segment, where I teach you another useful Thai phrase. If Foodie's going to keep eating all of those fried things, she's definitely going to need this one. Hong Nam Yu Nai Ka means, where is the toilet? As you can see, Ka is what Foodie should say at the end of a sentence, and Krap is what Salah should say. So in their first video, where they both said, Sawadee Ka, that wasn't exactly right. Okay, enough of the useful stuff. Let's get on to the list. Here are the top things that I think Foodie Beauty should see or do in Thailand. Now, every single one of these is really significant. Missing out on any of these things would be like going to Paris and not seeing the Eiffel Tower, or going to London and not seeing Buckingham Palace. I think you get the picture. You just shouldn't do it. The first item on my list is the Grand Palace. This is a huge complex of buildings, pavilions, temples, and the ceremonial home for the Thai royalty. The classic Asian architecture is amazing, and you can even visit the Temple of the Emerald Buddha. Look it up. As you can well imagine, as far as ceremonial royal homes go, this complex is enormous. It's over 2,300,000 square feet. Chantal's not going to have an easy time of this one. Food and shopping are at the heart of Thai culture, and so they'll definitely have to visit a night market. Similar to what they do in Kuwait, a lot of people in Thailand go out at night because it's so hot during the day. Just look at how big this one is just from the aerial view. If Foodie wants to try some of the best food in Thailand, she's gonna have to work for it. Riding a tuk-tuk is one of those things that you absolutely have to do when you're in Thailand. You just have to, even if just for a photo. They have big ones and little ones, so as long as they find one with an extended seat in the back, they should be fine. But see how it's all open and airy? Nice and humid. In my opinion, no good trip to Thailand is complete without at least a couple of days at the beach. Now to get there from Bangkok, you take a bus ride south, and then you hop on a water taxi. Remember that trip to Phi Island and Foodie walking on that pier? It would be just like that, but a lot longer. Now I've noticed a lot of people giving Foodie a hard time about wanting to eat in Thailand. That part doesn't bother me, everybody goes to eat in Thailand. But it's what she plans on eating that's going to be what you should watch. If she goes somewhere like the Thai beaches and doesn't have grilled seafood, then yeah, it's a pretty much wasted trip. She can't just stick to pad thai on its own. Now, last but not least, I'm putting floating markets on the list of things they absolutely must see or do when they're in Thailand. They're totally iconic, and one was even featured in a James Bond movie. Again, this is just the tip of the iceberg as far as things to do and see in Thailand. Drop me a line in the comments and let me know what you think. How many of these will Foodie and Salah get to? I'd love to hear from you.